Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Ken's Training. Today's training is going to be on rebuilding a janitor's faucet that is leaking. Okay, here's the faucet right behind me, and you've got the hot water valve and the cold water valve here, and I've got the water off right over here. If you could zoom in, possibly right there. There's a shut-off valve here, so I've taken and driven in the two flathead screws which close a valve here. So these valves are currently open on the hot and the cold. There is no water coming out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use my wrench and I'm going to remove right here. Let's see if that one will allow me to do it. Okay, there it is. So there's that one loose, and I'll just take that one out all the way. And I'll do the same thing over here on the cold. Okay. So now they're both loose. Okay, there it is. Okay. Now, more than likely, these washers are going to be bad and so forth. So I'm going to see what I can do as far as replacing these two. So I'll just work one at a time. I'll work here on the hot and then on the cold. Also, there's seats down here that might have some debris. See if you can bring the camera and have it shoot right in on the top. Alright, and you see there's a seat that that you could replace with an Allen screw. So I'm going to see if I can't clean that off too. So I'm going to work on this right now. Okay, so I took off the cold water side, and you can see that the rubber completely just disintegrated in here. So clearly this is the one that's going to be the problem. So I'm going to look for see if I can get a replacement for that right now. And that's it for now. Okay, so here's the hot water stem that I took apart. These were the two bad rubber parts that went here and here. And I just unscrewed, let's see, this goes on here, and then this goes on the stem, and then this screw just held the handle onto the stem right here. Now I do have a replacement, which is an American Standard part number 711411-0C, and then these are the parts that come with that. Now this stem right here
is different.
Okay, it looks like this was just an extra that was in the kit. It was unnecessary. So it looks like this is the replacement for the stem. And then all I have to do is put this on here, put this on, and then screw this in, and it should work perfectly fine. I'm going to put some plumber's grease on right here. Let me grab that plumber's grease. Alright, so here's some plumber's grease. I'm just going to make it easier in the future, in case this ever has to come apart again, I am just going to put some plumber's grease on here. And also, I want to make sure that this screw is liberally coated with the grease as well, because it's already kind of rusted out, and they didn't give me a replacement screw in the package. So I'm going to be reusing that screw. Alright, now, let's see here. I'm just going to put this on here. Oops. This part's got to go on first. Then this. Then put the screw on. Okay, that's working out nicely. And our next scene will be in the bathroom, putting this all together. Okay, so I took the hot valve off again, as long as the pressure is off and everything. I'm just going to put a little bit of plumber's grease here on these threads. Also, I'll just put a little on the rubber washer. This should work fine. Alright, let me just get that one started. And I'll do the same over here for the cold. Okay. And here we go. And I'm just going to dry that off. And same thing over here. And then I'm going to put the wrench on it. Now when you tighten these down, I want to make sure that this is backed out because I don't want to crush that rubber. I want to seat this, but I don't want to crush the rubber seat that's in there. Alright, so let me just get that there. So I'm constantly checking this because when you turn this, you'll notice this turns the whole handle, and if I was to just leave that, it would just crush that down. So I'll back that out as I tighten this down, just to make sure that I'm not damaging that seat at all. Okay, so there's that one. Then I'll go ahead and shut that. That's the hot. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the cold. Okay, there's the cold tight. And I'm going to go ahead and shut the cold water valve. And then I'll start backing these off to see what's going on. And now we're going to open this up. Here's the hot water line first. And let me just open that up there. Okay, that's looking pretty good. And I'll open that one up fully. Alright, and now I'll do the same with the cold water line. Counterclockwise is the direction you want to go in. Alright, so now I'll do the cold, test that out. There's just some air in the line, so we're doing some work on the system. But basically, the part that I'm trying to check here is that the valves are closing properly. And yes, indeed, they are closing properly. So that's how you just change out the stems on the janitorial sink, the hot and cold water lines. Thank you. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you could do me two things. If you liked the video, if you could please hit the like button down below at the bottom of the video on the left-hand side. I'd like to. That would be nice. And also the second item, if you could leave a comment. I love to read the comments that people leave behind, whether they like the video or didn't like the video, or if they need some help or anything like that. The videos that I create are generally created for the people who work in commercial office buildings in the maintenance department, people that specialize in mechanical, electrical, and plumbing, although we do touch other things like roofing and other trades, drywall, painting, and so forth. But if you have any questions or anything like that. I also would like to share with you my website that I have, which is at kencogliano@wix.com/Ken Training. I am going to provide a link at the end of this segment, so this way if you want to click on that, you can go directly to my website. You can also check out all my videos there, as well as there's a section that you can send me a personal email if you wanted to discuss something that you're working on or anything like that. Thanks again, and I hope you have enjoyed the video that you were watching.